And now, ladies and gentlemen,
The Funky Butt Club is proud to present
The divas who believe us.
the legend, the icon,
The man who put the I am in iambic pentameter.
the toast of Mayfair.
It's the musical show.
Dang, dang, diggity, dang, 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 diggity, dang, dang. Tina, you're on.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Hello and welcome to the musical show on Spreaker.com. I am, of course, your host, Matt Stevens. You can also hear us on TuneIn, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and maybe other places that I don't know about. You can follow me on Twitter at TheMattShow365. And today, folks, because it's a week before Christmas, and since Christmas Eve is Sunday, there will be no show next week. This week, we will be doing our Christmas show, which also means an hour and a half as opposed to 2 hours, which we usually do. But when we do these things like Thanksgiving and Christmas and 4th of July and stuff, it's you're limited is to the songs you have, so you really only do it once. It's an hour and a half, and you're in, out, and done. But we got some great stuff. We got some sad, because you know it's musical theater, so there's got to be sad Christmas. We got some weird, because, again, it's musical theater, so you have to have some weird. We have some tap dancing Santas, which is always great. We have our section where it's from movies that have been made into musicals, like tonight live, I believe an hour from now will be the live Christmas story. And, of course, we end with the 4... not necessarily best, but maybe most popular and quite possibly the best song of all time. We'll get to that later. But where we're going to start, because I like to get it out of the way, right? It's Christmas. It should be a time of happiness. It should be a time of joyous, Yuletide fun and good tidings, right? So we're going to start with the sad and then go on from there and move on to the good and the fun. Where we're going to begin is the Mark Shaman and Scott Whitman vehicle. That's right. We will be playing. This is from Catch Me If You Can. This is Norbert Leo Butts, Aaron Tevitt, Tom Wopat, and Rachel Debonette with Christmas is My Favorite Time of Year on the musical show on Spreaker.com.
Yeah, don't you love the Yuletide fun? There's joy and cheer for everyone. I wait for Santa with a gun. Yes, Christmas is my favorite time of year.
Some sugar plums I haven't kissed, but mistletoe I must resist. 'Cause I'm on St. Carl's most wanted list.
Yes, Christmas is my favorite time of year. And there's a home where you can't go. And there's a life that's full of love you used to know. For me, it's true, but kid, not you.
'Cause your family's here.
Yeah, they're still yours to hold if you come in from the cold. So if tomorrow Santa's flown, the tree is down and you're alone, I'm always here, right by the phone. Yes, Christmas is my favorite time of year. Wait a minute. You didn't call me to apologize, did you? You got no one else to talk to.
Look out the window.
Why?
Just do it. I'll call you soon, but who knows when.
And Frank, I hope we'll meet again. like when you're serving 8 to 10. Yes, Christmas is my favorite time of year. He's a kid? He's a kid.
Christmas bells are ringing. Christmas bells are ringing. Christmas bells are singing on TV at Saks.
Honest living, honest living, honest living, honest living.
Can't
honest
you
living,
spare
honest
a
living,
dime
honest
or
living,
two?
honest living,
Here before the great love God's
honest living,
for you.
honest living.
You'll be merry, I'll be merry, though merry ain't in my vocabulary. No sleigh bells, no Santa Claus, no Yule log, no tinsel, no holly, no hearth, no
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. No room at the Holiday Inn, oh no. And it's beginning to snow.
Bats!
Boom! Mountain bikes! Potpourri!
Leatherback, Shirley Bag, 45.
AZT! No one's buying, feel like crying. No room at the Holiday Inn, oh no. And it's beginning to snow.
How about a fur in perfect shape, owned by an MBA from uptown? I got a tweed broken in by a greedy broker who went broke and then broke down.
You don't have to do this.
Hush your mouth, it's Christmas.
I do not deserve you, angel. Give
Wait.
all you do.
What's on the
is
floor?
give
Let's
me
see some more.
to show
No, 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 no.
how you've touched me so.
Kiss me, it's beginning to snow.
She said, would you light my candle? And she put on a pout, and she wanted you to take her out tonight. Right. She got you out. She was more than okay, but I pushed her away. It was bad, I got mad, and I had to get her out of my sight. Said she was sweet. Let's go eat. I'll just get fat. It's the one vice left when you're dead meat. There, that's her. Maureen? Me. I should go. Hey, it's beginning to snow.
Dreaming of a white Christmas. Follow the man with his pockets full of the jam. Follow the man, help me out, Daddy, if you can. Got any D-man?
I'm cool.
Got any C-man?
I'm cool.
Got any X, any smack, any horse, any joogie boogie boy, any blow?
Hey,
Hey,
I just wanna say I'm sorry for the way
get it.
I blew up. Can I make it up to you?
How?
Dinner party?
That'll do.
Hey, lover boy, cutie pie. You steal my client, you die. You didn't miss me, you won't miss her. You'll never lack for customers.
I gotta get my sickness off. Gotta run, gotta ride, got a gun, gotta hide, gotta go.
And it's beginning
to snow.
Wish me luck, Allison. The protest is on.
Mark, this is Mimi. Hi, she'll be dining with us. That's my coat!
We give discounts.
I think we've met.
Let's get a better one.
It's a sham.
He said.
I've said it's a gram. She's a thief.
But you brought us together.
Which investor's coming? I'll take the lumber. Your father, Dale.
Who's mine?
Joanne, which way to the stage?
You're listening to The Musical Show.
Boy, last time we did that, you ended up telling everyone you had a crush on the teapot from Beauty and the Beast.
Tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, Beauty and the Beast.
It's the way they drew her.
Only on Spreaker.com.
Maybe I'll dye my hair. Maybe I'll move somewhere. Maybe I'll get a car. Maybe I'll drive so far they'll all lose track. Me, I'll bounce right back. Maybe I'll sleep real late. Maybe I'll lose some weight. Maybe I'll clear my junk. Maybe I'll just get drunk on apple wine. Me, I'll be just fine and dandy. Lord, it's like a hard candy Christmas. I'm barely getting through tomorrow. Still, I can't let sorrow bring me way down. I'll be fine and dandy. Lord, it's like a hard candy Christmas. I'm barely getting through tomorrow. Still, I can't let sorrow bring me way down. Hey, maybe I'll learn to sew. Maybe I'll just lie low. Maybe I'll hit the bars. Maybe I'll count the stars until the dawn. Me, I will go on. Maybe I'll settle down. Maybe I'll just leave town. Maybe I'll have some fun. Maybe I'll meet someone and make him mine. Me, I'll be just fine and dandy. Lord, it's like a hard candy Christmas. I'm barely getting through tomorrow. Still, I can't let sorrow bring me way down.
I was standing in the bedroom when it suddenly came clear that at last I don't remember that at one time you were here. All that stuff that used to haunt me like your robe behind the door. For the first time I don't notice that they're not here anymore. And I don't remember summer, I do not remember fall. So it's possible December never happened after all. Did we trim the tree together? I can't get the image through, 'cause I don't remember Christmas and I don't remember you. Later on, to my astonishment, I did not feel a tug when I walked into the living room and saw that sheepskin rug. All those pesky little echoes, they're all gone without a trace. It was good to know I could grow unaccustomed to your face, 'cause I don't remember Easter or the rainy day we met. Did we really have some good times? Come on, tell me I forget. Did I think that you were springtime? It's all vanished in the blue, 'cause I don't remember Christmas and I don't remember you. If she wants to leave you, well, let her, says a practical voice in my head. Any sensible man would forget her, forget her, forget her. So Thanksgiving never happened, and Bermuda is a blur. And I'm not the type to waste time over things that never were. Were you really my obsession till our ship of pleasure sank? No, I guess I must have dreamt you, 'cause the whole year is a blank. And I don't remember crying, and I can't recall your touch, 'cause I'd never be so stupid as to open up so much. Did I really say I need you? No, the words just don't ring true, 'cause I don't remember talking, and I don't remember laughing, and I don't remember wanting, and I don't remember needing. I do not remember April, I do not remember Tuesday, and I don't remember Christmas, and I don't remember you.
That was George Lee Andrews with I Don't Remember Christmas from Starting Here, Starting Now. Before that, it was Pamela Blair, Dolores Hall, Louise Quick Bowen, Lisa Brown, Becky Gelke, and Jan Merchant with Hard Candy Christmas from Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. And finally, before that, it was the original cast of Rent with Christmas Bells. You're listening to the musical show on Spreaker.com. And you know, Rent didn't age as well for me from when I first saw it to now, as some other shows have in my life. But that song, the franticness of the end of that song really does capture the sort of anarchy that is New York City in the 2 months of November and December. And just people everywhere and just constant noise and people and packages and people asking for money and people needing money and people begging for money and people spending money. And it's just it really sort of captures just the sheer mayhem of that particular time of year, which is great. But those are not happy, right? I mean, Hard Candy Christmas, not necessarily Christmas. It's more just in the title, but you understand what they're saying. But it's lonely people. It's, rent. It's a lot of homeless people. It's, them not really having any money. It's just not happy Christmas, which not all Christmas is happy, right? Not all Christmas is happy. So we got the sad out of the way. Goodbye, sad. Although fun. I mean, Hard Candy Christmas is a wonderful number and a really great 11 o'clock number as well. A group 11 o'clock number, really, really good song. And I Don't Remember Christmas is a great song as well. But now on to the weird. And it's always good to start with a little weird and a little sex and weird together. This is Cy Coleman and Michael Stewart from I Love My Wife. That's who wrote it. That's who wrote I Love My Wife. This is James Naughton, Joanne Gleason, and Ken Bickle with Lovers on Christmas Eve on The Musical Show on Spreaker.com.
I'm a softie, I guess. Sentimental, oh yes, but I honestly do believe there's no kick to compare with the thrill that you share being lovers on Christmas Eve. Santa Claus turns me on, one ho-ho, and I'm gone. Go on, say it, I'm too naive. But who cares, and so what? Just as long as I've got my sweet lover on Christmas Eve. Easter's sweet, so is Lent when it's spent in your arms. And Labor Day and Arbor Day, they both have their charms. But they pale, I'm afraid, and are put in the shade by the natural high we achieve just by being together and lovers on Christmas Eve.
Jingle bells leave me cold, for Saint Nick I'm too old. Red-nosed reindeer, that's make-believe. Good old Scrooge, he's my boy. Still in all I enjoy being lovers on Christmas Eve. Fuses blow, trees collapse, candy canes crack my caps, and when I get those bills I grieve. But come snow or come slush, this old heart turns to mush when we're lovers on Christmas Eve. Flag Day's fine, May Day's keen, Halloween is a gem. And though they say Columbus Day's the creme de la creme, to my mind they're a bust and are put in the dust by the natural high we achieve just by being together and lovers on Christmas Eve.
April 1 is such fun, and Palm Sunday's a joy.
And heaven knows that Hanukkah is happy, oh boy.
But they pale, I'm afraid,
And are put in the shade by the natural high we achieve just by being together and married and lovers
on Christmas
I know we've been out on strike for 8 months now, but don't worry. We're gonna have the best bloody Christmas party we've ever had.
Hey, Santa!
What?
Can you hear it in the distance? Can you sense it far away?
Is it old Rudolph the reindeer? Is it Santa on his sleigh? It's heading up to East England. It's coming down the tide.
Oh, it's bloody Maggie Thatcher and Michael Heseltine. So Merry Christmas, Maggie Thatcher. May God's love be with you. We all sing together in one breath. Merry Christmas, Maggie Thatcher. We all celebrate today, 'cause it's one day closer to your death.
You're listening to The Musical Show.
Except for that time we went to see Phantom of the Opera. Let's see the gross half of your face so I can get out of here. That nose better be piggy. Shut up. You shut up.
Only on Spreaker.com.
First, a story. Little Christmas story. I call it The Story of Shmuel, Taylor of Klimovich. Shmuel would work till 10:30 at his tailor shop in Klimovich. Get up at dawn and start again with the hems and pins and a twist. 41 years had come and gone at his tailor shop in Klimovich. Watching the winter soldier on, there was one thing Shmuel missed. If I only had time, old Shmuel said, I would build a dress that's in my head, a dress to fire the mad desire of girls from here to Minsk. But I have no more hours left to sew. Then the clock upon the wall began to glow. And the clock said, na, 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 na. Oh, Shmuel, you'll get to be happy. Na, 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 na. I give you unlimited time. Na, 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 na. So Shmuel, go sow and be happy. But Shmuel said, no, no, it's not my lot. I gotta make do with the time I've got. Shmuel was done at 10:30, and he said, good night, old Klimovich. Put on his coat to go, but then the clock cried, wait, not yet. Even though you're not wise or rich, you're the finest man in Klimovich. Listen up, Shmuel, make one stitch and you'll see what you can get. But Shmuel said, clock, it's much too late. I'm at peace with life, I accept my fate. But the clock said, Shmuel, one stitch and you will unlock the dreams you've lost. So Shmuel, with reluctance, took his thread. He pulled a bolt of velvet and he said, I should take out my teeth and go to bed. I'm sitting here mid talking clocks instead. And the clock said, na 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 na. Oh Shmuel, you'll get to be happy. Na 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 na. I give you unlimited time. Na 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 na. Just do it and you can be happy. So Shmuel put the thread through the needle's eye, and the moon stared down from a starless sky. And he pushed the thread through the velvet black, and he looked and the clock was turning back. So he grabbed his shears and he cut some lace as the hands moved left on the old clock's face. And his fingers flew when the fabric swirled. It was 9:15 all around the world. Every cut and stitch was a perfect fit, as if God himself were controlling it. And Shmuel cried through a rush of tears, take me back, oh, 41 years. And on it went, down that silent street, till Shmuel's dress was at last complete. And he stretched his arms, and he closed his eyes, and the morning sun finally started to rise. And the dress he made on that endless night was a dress that would make any soul take flight. Not a swatch, not a skein had gone to waste. Every ribbon and button ideally placed and sewn into the seams. seasons of dreams, dreams that you could feel coming real. And that very dress, so the paper swore, was the dress a girl in Odessa wore on the day she promised forevermore to love a young man named Shmuel, who only one day before had knocked at her kitchen door. Plenty have hoped and dreamed and prayed, but they can't get out of Klimovich. If Shmuel had been a cute Goyish maid, he'd have looked a lot like you. Maybe it's just that you're afraid to go out onto a Limovich. Maybe your heart's completely swayed, but your head can't follow through. But shouldn't I want the world to see the brilliant girl who inspires me? Don't you think that now's a good time to be the ambitious freak you are? Say goodbye to wiping ashtrays at the bar. Say hello to Kathy Hyatt's big-time star. 'Cause I say, na-na-na-na-na-na-na, Kathy, you get to be happy. Na-na-na-na-na, give you unlimited time. Na-na-na-na-na-na, stop temping and go and be happy. Here's a headshot guy and a new backstage where you write for something on every page. Take a breath, take a step, take a chance. Take your time. Have I mentioned today how lucky I am to be in love with you?
I'll never have the power to control the land, or conquer half the world, or claim the sun. I'll never be the kind who simply waves her hand and has a million people do the things I wish I'd done. But in the eyes of heaven, my place is assured. I carry with me heaven's grand design. Gloria, glory, I will sing the name of the Lord, and he will make me shine. And I will be like Mother Mary, with a blessing in my soul. And I will give the world my eyes so they can see. And I will be like Mother Mary, with a blessing in my soul. And the future of the world inside of me. In the eyes of heaven, my place is assured. I carry with me heaven's grand design. And I will be like Mother Mary with a blessing in my soul. And I will give the world my eyes so they can see. And I will be like Mother Mary with a blessing in my soul. And the future of the world inside of me. And I will be like Mother Mary with the power in my veins to believe in all the things I've yet to be. And I will be like Mother Mary and not suffer any pains. For the future of the world. For the future of the world. Inside of me.
That was Andrea Burns with Christmas Lullaby from Songs for New World. Before that, it was Norbert Leo Butz with the Shmuel song from Last 5 Years. And before that, it was the original cast of Billy Elliot with Merry Christmas, Maggie Thatcher. You're listening to the musical show on Spreaker.com. So we got weird. We got sort of weird. We got sort of weird sex. We got weird mean, Merry Christmas, Maggie Thatcher, which is like a performance at a talent show or a Christmas show where they are not very nice to Maggie Thatcher and call her like a wanker and stuff. And then you have the Shmuel song, which is weird, sort of nice. It's just he's giving her a story for Christmas. And it's a nice story. And the end of it's really sweet. It's about, hope and all of those good Christmas things. And then Christmas Lullaby. Lullaby, prayer, it could be sort of named anything. It's called, of course, called lullaby, but you could say prayer. I mean, it's just, in the eyes of heaven, my place is assured. I carry with me heaven's grand design. Gloria, glory, I will sing the name of the Lord, and he will make me shine. I mean, the lyrics are gorgeous, and it's got those, Jason Robert Brown just writes those beautiful sort of piano, sort of crescendos. It's just these really wonderful just flourishes in his piano music that just sort of make you, he could really just be writing any words sometimes with how beautiful his piano music is. It literally could just be any words. It doesn't matter sometimes. That's how beautiful his music is, but the words also help. And so there we have weird, right? A little weird. Little weird. The I Love My Wife is just sort of a weird show, and I'm not sure how you find the play for that, but they did. It's about people having a threesome on Christmas Eve, or a foursome. I think it's a foursome on Christmas Eve. But now we're going to do more sort of Christmassy songs, right? First, we're going to touch on the sort of craziness that is the holiday season. That is the Christmas season, starting basically with Black Friday, moving all the way until Christmas Eve. This is the original Broadway cast of She Loves Me, with 12 Days Till Christmas on the musical show on Spreaker.com.
12 days to Christmas, 12 days to Christmas, plenty of time to do your Christmas shopping. These are the people who shop in time, plenty of time. These are the people with time to spare who shop at their convenience. 12 days to Christmas, 12 days to Christmas. Look at the way they do their Christmas shopping. They can go shopping and still remain calm and sedate. These are the people we envy and the people that we hate. And they had their names printed on their cards in June. Thank you, we'll call again, thank you. Christmas, still enough time to do your Christmas shopping. These are the people who shop in time, still enough time. Sensible people who organize the time at their disposal. 9 days to Christmas, 9 days to Christmas, still enough time to do your Christmas shopping. These are the people who plan their days wisely and well. These are the people who shop in time and they can go to hell. And they mail their packages out in time.
In August.
Thank you, we'll call again, thank you. 4 days to Christmas, 4 days to Christmas, just enough time to do your Christmas shopping. These are the people who shop in time, just in time, barely in time. These are the people who calculate with clinical precision. 4 days to Christmas, 4 days to Christmas. These are the folks who never waste a second. Full of a chilly efficiency, loaded with gall. Never too early and never late, and they're the worst of all. And their cards arrive on the 24th. 24th? Thank you, we'll call again, thank you. 1 day to Christmas, 1 day to Christmas, not enough time to do our Christmas shopping. We're not the shop who peeped in time, we're not the sheep who popped in time, we're not the people who shopped in time, not enough time. We are the people who always wait until it's much too late. Oh, 1 day to Christmas, 1 day to Christmas, how we ever do our Christmas shopping? Why do we ever delay so long? Who can recall? Some of the family may not get a Christmas gift at all. Thank you, we'll call again, thank you. Merry Christmas!
A little louder, please.
Joy!
With feeling.
Joy!
The Christmas spirit.
Joy!
That's better.
Come sing a star, come hear the bells, come learn the tale, this night forever tell, from one and all, from far and wide, come know the joy, come know the joy of Christmas time.
3 wise men followed a star one night to where glad bells were pealing, and soon beheld the holy child and all the shepherds kneeling.
Come sing a star, come hear the bells, come learn the tale, this night forever tell, from one and all, from far and wide, come know the joy, come know the joy of
You're listening to The Musical Show.
I'm not Officer Krupke. I have a job.
Officer Krupke went down on our knees, 'cause no one wants a fellow with a social disease.
Who's Officer Cupcake? Okay, you're seeing a musical.
Only on Spreaker.com.
Be a Santa, happy Santa, jolly Santa, give the world a Merry Christmas. Be Kris Kringle, bells a jingle, what you bring, fill the world with joy. Come on and swing that twinkle, wrinkle your eyes, wobble your chin, ring out your bells, remember wink and giggle.
There's a place called home I can almost see, with a red front door and a roaring fire and a Christmas tree. It's a place called home, full of love and family, and I'm there at the door, watching you come home to me. Through the years, I recall this day in your arms, when I finally found my way to a place called home, and a life with you, where the days are long and the love is strong and the dreams are true. Just a place called home, you and I will always see. In the dark of the night, let your heart come home to me.
Through the years, I recall this day.
In your arms,
when I finally found my way to a place called home,
and a life with you,
Where the days are long
and the love is strong and the dreams are true. Just a place called home.
Just a place called home.
You and I will
always
say. In the dark of the night, let your heart come home to me. To the place in my heart where you're always home with me.
That was Michael Christopher Moore and Emily Skinner with A Place Called Home from A Christmas Carol. Before that, it was Sidney Chaplin, Carol Lawrence, and the original cast of Subways Are for Sleeping with Be a Santa. And finally, before that, it was the original cast of Green Willow with Green Willow Christmas. You're listening to the musical show on Spreaker.com. That's, of course, Frank Lesser for Green Willow, Stein, Comden, and Green for Subways Are for Sleeping. And a wonderful pairing of Alan Menken and Lynn Ahrens for A Christmas Carol. And if you've never heard it, it doesn't run anymore. I want to say it stopped running in like the early 2000s, but it used to run in the theater at Madison Square Garden, and it did in the mid 90s a bunch. I never got a chance to see it, but the cast recording is really good. And as you can see, it's got a really great sort of not odd pairing, but you just don't. You think of Ahrens and Flaherty and Menken and Ashman, or Menken and whoever he's working with now, whoever that may be, Bagulian, whoever. And so you think that's just a great pairing, and it is. And so we're into the section where we're taking movies, Christmas movies, and making them into musicals, right? Or, like our next song, where we're going to go into next, is just a movie musical that was made into a stage musical so that we could just have another Irving Berlin show out there. But we'll get to that in a second. If you've now, I've never seen the show Subways Are for Sleeping. I've never seen it. I don't know anybody who's done it. I imagine, I'm sure some people do it, but Be a Santa is just a great song, and it's just a great song. There's nothing really else to say about it. And 12 Days Till Christmas really does capture, again, in sort of the same way that Rent does, sort of the nonstop mayhem and anarchy of the holiday season. If you work in retail, if you work in a restaurant, if you work in any sort of sales situation. And it does it really well. And still holds up to this day. I mean, prices and stuff are off, but we'll get to that later. Now, of course, we are full into our movie section but these are all stage shows. These went from movies to the stage. This next segment begins with one of my favorite songs from this show. This is Stephen Bogartis, Jeffrey Denman, Carrie O'Malley, Julie Haynes, and the original Broadway cast of White Christmas with Snow on the musical show on Spreaker.com.
Snow, snow. It won't be long before we'll all be there with snow.
I want to wash my hands, my face and hair with snow.
Snow, I long to clear a path and lift a spade of snow.
Snow, to see a great big man entirely made of snow.
Snow, where it's snowing all winter through. That's where I want to be.
Snowball throwing, that's what I'll do.
How I'm longing to ski through the snow.
Those glistening houses that seem to be built of
snow. To see a mountain covered with a quilt of snow.
What is Christmas with no snow?
No white Christmas with no
snow. Snow, 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 snow. It won't be long before we'll all be there with snow. Snow, snow, snow. I want to wash my hands, my face and hair with snow. Snow, 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 snow. I long to clear a path and lift a spade of snow. Where it's snowing all winter through.
That's where I want to be.
Snowball throwing, that's what I'll do. How I'm longing to ski through the snow. Those glistening houses that seem to be built of snow. Snow.
To see a mountain covered with a quilt of snow.
What is Christmas with no snow?
No white Christmas with no snow.
I'll soon be there with snow.
It's gonna snow.
I'll wash my hair with snow.
It's gonna snow.
And with a spade of snow.
I'll build a man that's made of snow.
It's gonna snow.
I'd like to stay up with you, but I'd recommend a little nap. Go back to sleep.
Go to sleep and dream of snow. Snow.
Popcorn for you, apples for me, red striped candy, nutcracker handy, kettle a-bubbling, holiday tea. Snow clouds hang low and threatening, maybe it won't, praying it may. The brightest fireplace glows in every face, waiting for Christmas Day. There'll be walk-around songs and talk-around songs, songs of the inn and stable. There'll be morning time songs and evening time songs and grace at every table. Jingle bells will jingle all the way, all day.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Popcorn for
Everywhere
you,
you
apples
go.
for me,
There's a tree
red
in the
striped
tree in the
candy,
park, the one in the
nutcracker
park as well.
handy,
The
kettle
sturdy kind
a
that doesn't mind
bubbling,
the snow.
holiday tea.
It's
Snow clouds hang low threatening. May it won't. Pray it may. The bright fireplace glows in every face, waiting for Christmas Day. Waiting for Christmas Day.
That's long ago now. I'm not the dog I used to be, but that hole in the mountain was once a home to me. You know who used to live up there? I'm sure you do. I lived up there with him. I lived up there too. Now, every who down in Whoville liked Christmas a lot.
Who likes Christmas?
Who's like Christmas? I like Christmas. Who's like Christmas? A lot. Who likes Christmas? Who's like Christmas? Tinsel trimming and snow up to here. Who's like merry Mistleberry? Sleigh bells and hay bells and cheer.
Who's like gifties?
Nice and nifties.
Stocking stuffers.
And poppers
and treats.
Who's like Tasties? Christmas pastries. Suckers and puckers and
And the singing, ting-a-linging, with the voices all ringing on key.
to remember in December. To remember that first Christmas tree. Who likes Christmas? Who's like Christmas? Christmas presents and future and past. We like Christmas. Merry Christmas. Who's from the first to the last? Give us prizes. Who's surprises? Give us chimneys and jammies galore. Give us dollies, sugar lollies, and then, if you please, give us more.
The halls with sugar lollies. La 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 la, la 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 la.
And for dinner, Christmas dinner, we'll have roast beef prepared under glass.
With a Christmas, Merry Christmas, Christmas present and future and past. Something's coming, hear it humming. There's a magical sound on its way. Raise a song now, won't be long now. We're awaiting the sound of a sleigh.
Ahu forest, ahu dores, welcome Christmas, come this way. Ahu forest, ahu dores, welcome Christmas, Christmas Day. Who likes Christmas? Who's like Christmas? Christmas present and Christmas to be. Who's like Christmas? Here's the reason. 'Tis the season to be present. Who likes mistletoe and the falling snow? Spirit showing, kindness glowing, candles glowing when we light the tree. Who?
You're listening to The Musical Show.
Gypsy. Ethel Merman's a stage mother who really pushes her daughter.
You'll be swell. You'll be great. Gonna have the whole world on a plate.
I don't have time to explain the plot of Gypsy. Yeah, sure, okay.
Only on Spreaker.com.
Used to be, I'd stand on the busiest corner, ring my bell, and make the people smile. Nowadays, they pass me by, and who knows why? Could it be that old Saint Nick's gone out of style? Well, nobody cares.
cliche, and it makes me wonder why I even try.
Well, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about Santa. You once were revered.
Now they yank off your beard.
'Cause nobody cares about Santa Claus. Is this all a sign?
Is this all an awful sign?
Of a sad decline.
A miserable, sad decline. I never knew such disrespect could ever have existed. No wonder this whole city has been naughty listed.
Ho! Ho!
Ho, ho! Ho, ho!
Ho, ho, ho!
Nobody cares about Santa Claus. Nobody cares about Santa Claus. Nobody. Nobody. Nobody.
Nobody, nobody!
Whoa, buddy!
Nobody. Nobody. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody old Santa Claus. A totally hopeless cause.
Even little children think that Santa's overrated. I kinda get the feeling that New York is jaded.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about Santa, the bringer of bliss.
What kind of world is this?
Where nobody cares about weary, fed up, ready to hang the sled up Santa Claus. Ho, ho, ho. No, no, no.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas with
That was Bryce Pinkman and Laura Lee Gayer with White Christmas from Holiday Inn. Before that, it was Sebastian Arcellus in the original cast of Elf with Nobody Cares About Santa. And before that, it was the original cast of How the Grinch Stole Christmas with Who Likes Christmas. And finally, before that, it was Lawrence Naismith and Valerie Lee with Pine Cones and Holly Berries from Here's Love. You're listening to the musical show on Spreaker.com. And I know what you're thinking. And yeah, I totally did it because White Christmas is also in White Christmas, but it's in Holiday Inn as well. And so that's how I worked around that, because they just love shoving Irving Berlin songs in over and over and over again into different shows. And so I used it to my advantage, and I don't care. I don't care. I really don't. Elf is actually really good. And if you don't know Here's Love is the musical version of Miracle on 34th Street. It's Meredith Wilson who wrote that. How Grinch Stole Christmas was Mel Marvin. Tim Mason, of course, Dr. Seuss. Elf with Matthew Sklar and Chad Bagulian, which is a good one. Elf is really funny. If you've never listened to it, listen to it because it's actually really, really good. It's got a good cast album as well. And I actually liked How the Grinch Stole Christmas. There's some good stuff in there as well. Here's Love is weird. I think if somebody redid it, I think the cast recording would be different than what is available. But Miracle on 34th Street was never my favorite movie anyway, so, it wasn't really a big deal. And then, of course, Holiday Inn. We love to shove things in from Irving Berlin all over the place. But now to the final, the coup de grace, as it were, of the Christmas songs. You'll hear a couple that you know. You might hear one that you don't know. You might hear one that you might be watching right now while you're listening to this later on this week, while you're watching the live version of A Christmas Story. Because that's a mind weirdness, huh? Yeah. This is being recorded as that's being played. So you might be watching that right now, but listening to this during the week. And therefore, now it's all coming together, isn't it? It may be even happening at the same time. I don't know. But here it is. This is John Raby and the original cast of A Christmas Story. By the way, Pasek and Paul, Christmas Story, Dear Evan Hansen, and of course, Dogfight, which is one of my favorites. So the Pasek and Paul vehicle of A Christmas Story. This is John Raby and the original cast of A Christmas Story with Ralphie to the rescue on the musical show on Spreaker.com.
Teacher in trouble, so get there on the double, or she'll face her doom. Ralphie, do something! The tension is mounting, 1 minute left and counting, till she goes kaboom! Won't you help me, Ralphie? Tell this scoundrel to surrender! I'll save the day! Oh, he's got me, Ralphie! I could die in this disaster! Faster! Hold on, I'm on my way! Oh, Ralphie to the rescue. Oh, one thing to do, time to turn to a blue. Now let her go. Yippee-ki-yo!
Come here, you scallywag.
Our class is abducted by pirates who've instructed hands behind your back. Walk the plank, baby. The captain is smirking, 'cause hungry sharks are lurking, starving for a snack. Won't you save us, Ralphie? We don't wanna be their fish food. I know I can.
You can save them, Ralphie. Soon those hammerheads will munch and crunch them.
I'll stop your evil plan. Ralphie to the rescue. Oh, Ralphie to the rescue. Oh.
Son of Indiana with his gun
yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. Next year all our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. Next year all our troubles will be miles away. Once again, as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us will be near to us once more. Someday soon we all will be together, if the fates allow. Until then we'll have to muddle through somehow. So have yourself a merry little Christmas
You're listening to The Musical Show.
It's the only kind of music that the Huns und the honeys love to sing.
That's our Hitler. No way.
Only on Spreaker.com.
Out the holly, put up the tree before my spirit falls again. Fill up the stocking, I may be rushing things, but deck the halls again now. For we need a little Christmas right this very minute. Candles in the window, carols at the spinet. Yes, we need a little Christmas right this very minute. It hasn't snowed a single flurry, but Santa dear, we're in a hurry. So climb down the chimney, put up the brightest string of lights I've ever seen. Slice up the fruit cake, it's time we hung some tinsel on that evergreen bough. For I've grown a little leaner, grown a little colder, grown a little sadder, grown a little older, and I need a little angel sitting on my shoulder, need a little Christmas now. Haul out the holly, haven't I taught you well to live each living day?
Fill up the stocking, but Eddie May, it's 1 week past Thanksgiving Day now.
But we need a little Christmas right this very minute. Candles in the window, carols at the spinet. Yes, we need a little Christmas right this very minute.
It hasn't snowed a single flurry, but Santa dear, we're in a hurry.
So climb down the chimney. It's been a long time since I got good neighborly.
Slice up the fruit cake, it's time we hung some tinsel on that bayberry bough. For we need a little music, need a little laughter, need a little singing, ringing through the rocker, and we need a little snappy, happy ever after, need a little Christmas now.
That was Donna McKegney, Margot Sappington, and Beork Lee with Turkey Lurkey Time from Promises, Promises. Before that, it was Angela Lansbury, Frank Michaels, Jane Connell, Sab Simono, and Charles Braswell with We Need a Little Christmas from Maine. And finally, before that, it was Donna Kane with Have Yourself a Merry Christmas from Meet Me in St. Louis. You're listening to the musical show on Spreaker.com. And yes, we can have the argument all day long, but I'm going to win. And the reason that I'm going to win when I say that Turkey Lurkey Time is the best Broadway Christmas song ever written, first of all, it's just got a great dance break, and I mean, you don't get much more classic Burt Bacharach than Turkey Lurkey Time, but mostly because of the end, right? Because you think it's going to be this big ending, and all of a sudden they descend into Jingle Bells, but it's this crazy sort of weird 70s version of Jingle Bells that has this freaking crazy horn section just wailing on horns, and it's all nuts, and people are dancing, and it's crazy. And that's why it's the best, because of this. Listen to his horns. These guys are wailing. That's why it's the best. That's why it's the best, because it's so good. So good. So good. And A Christmas Story was excellent. I got a chance to see the original Broadway cast of that, and I thought it was really, really good. I thought it was a really good adaptation, a really good stage adaptation of the show. And it's, of course, Pasek and Paul, so you like their music. Now, Meet Me in St. Louis is Hugh Martin and Ralph Blaine, and, of course, Mame is Jerry Herman. Promises, Promises, Burt Bacharach, and our good friend Hal David. That, folks, is Christmas. We sort of hit everything. We had Sad Christmas. We had Weird Christmas. We had Santa Christmas. We had Dancing Santas, Be a Santas. We had A Miracle on 34th Street, Elf, Christmas Story, Holiday Inn, Mame, and the coup de grace of all. I just can't get it up on the end of it. I love the... It's so great. Listen to his horns. That is our show for tonight, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. We will not be here next week. It's Christmas Eve, so we will not be doing a show next week. We will have a show the following week. It will be our year in review. We will take a song from each show that we did, the song that I deemed the best, and we will play them in order that they were played during the year. Thank you so much for listening. Have a wonderful week, everybody. Have a great Christmas. Please, wherever you're going, please get there safely. Please get there slowly if you have to. And please, 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 just have a really wonderful time with your families or whatever you're doing, and be nice to your waiters. It's a really tough season for them. Have a great week, everybody. We'll be back in 2 weeks with our year in review show. Have a great Christmas. I hope you're having a wonderful Hanukkah. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Have a wonderful evening, everybody.